There we go. Okay, I am sorry about that. Hold on. Can anybody hear me? Uh, Testing. One, two. Uh-oh. Testing. Wait, wait. Testing. One, two. Testing. Hmm. Testing. Okay, I guess that's okay. Alright. So, let's try this again. Okay, now we can do the yeah, let's definitely try this again. Okay. Hello everybody, this is Gohar here and welcome back to Red Embrace Hollywood Part 2. The last episode we was bitten by a vampire. Um we also was mistaken by a person who was supposed to have been assigned to be bitten by a vampire. And we're about to go on our first mission. So let's go ahead and start from where we left off. Yeah, that was here. After picking up the knife from the front desk, I left the hotel and sulked out onto the streets. Wait, hold on. Can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Hold on. Hold on. I want to make sure I'm heard. Testing. One, two. Testing. Wait, hold on. Testing. One, two. Testing. Wait, hold on. Testing. I think that's working. Hold on. Why is it doing that? I I guess that's the. Why is it beeping like that? Okay, let's try it now. July company parking. I vaguely remember seeing that sign before. At least, so I had some idea of where to go. Stemming my nerves, I sat out in the garage's direction, trying to avoid eye contact with any late night passbyers, passer, pass, passerby. But as I walked, I started to feel the same aching hunger I felt last night. It was just a dull pain at first, but it quickly grew stronger, gnawing at me from the inside. I couldn't focus on anything else. Before I enter the parking garage, I have to find blood to set myself, or else the pressure will snap me. Damn it. That was probably why the fridge had three blood packs, not just one. Just then, my heightened senses picked up a scent down the alley, the scent of a mortal, alone. There was no one else nearby, which meant I could feed on them if I wanted to. The pain was getting worse. My body ached, my head spun, and the whole world pulsed in front of me. Try to resist, give to the hunger. Um, I'm gonna try to resist. I couldn't. I couldn't give in. I was a human, not an animal. How could I just sink my face into someone, a living being like prey? Or so I tried to tell myself. The hunger kept growing and growing and growing. If I drink just a little bit, they wouldn't be hurt, right? I wouldn't be doing anything cruel. Just one small taste. I slipped into the alley, pulled like a magnet towards that wonderful scent. It didn't take long before I caught sight of the source. The young man let out a gasp when I stalked up to him. He'd been taking a piss behind the dumpster, but quickly zipped himself up and cleared his throat. "Eh, Hello? Can I help you with something? I'm just on my way home from work." His voice trembled. This was the first time someone had ever really been afraid of me. But the only thing I could concentrate on was the smell of his blood. Suddenly, the most delicious scent in the world. "Don't worry, I'm not going to mug you. Here, kitty kitty. Yes, I need you." Oh boy. All of these choices sound so wrong. So it's gonna be rather of a bummer to kind of choose from. So um how can I go about this right now? Hmm. Let's see. Let's see. Don't worry, I'm not going to mug you. Here, kitty kitty. Hmm. I really don't know what to do here. Um. What I'm trying to do is just fight off that vampiric nature, so that's way I could be more human, or have more humanity than vampire. I could just still have all my wits. Um, if I can actually do that. Uh, oh boy. Um, okay. I would say I would be a little nice. Don't worry, I'm not gonna mug you. Oh, that's a relief. Haha. His nervous laughter echoed in the alleyway. I took a step towards him, slowly. He stayed in place, but I could see his whole body tensing up, getting ready to turn and bolt. Another step, another, and another, until he was only a foot or two away. "Shh, come here, just for a moment." Pull him into my arms. "You can't run away because you don't want to." Oh, come on now. Why they gotta be like this? I think I am. I'm just going through with my hmm. Hold on. Okay. I'll try to sweet talk him. At first, he only stared at me, blinking. But the next moment, he stumbled forward, as if I was pulling him by an invisible string. Sorry, I had to do that. I curled my arms around him, gently tilting his head to one side, and the hunger in my gut jumped eagerly. I'm sorry. Shh, you're dreaming. Don't worry. Something that I'll say. Hold on. Let's see, I'm sorry. With a shuddering breath, he closed his eyes, weakly clutching my shirt. My lips met the side of his neck. Fangs extending, I pressed them to his flesh. Gotta do this again. Sorry. And sink them in. Uh, Hot blood flooded onto my tongue, down my throat, sending sparks of life into my dead body. It was pure bliss. Not like food, not even like a buzz. It was a delicious shock that ran through me and lifted me up. The blood pack from last night couldn't even compare. It was like tasting ambrosia after licking dirt off the ground. Ugh. I think I should stop. But it wasn't just the taste that made the moment irreverent, euphoric. It was the experience, the predatory feeling of holding this mortal, who squirmed with pleasure as I fed from him, the faint whimpers leaking out from beneath my fangs, soft and sweet. Why was it so unnervingly satisfying? Slowly his body grew limp in my arms, lightly trembling, chest rising and falling unevenly. I think she should stop. I pulled back, licking my lips. I almost gotten carried away and drunk too much. It was so hard to help myself. The young man was still slumped in my arms, peacefully unconscious. I could still feel his heart beating, and his skin didn't look too pale. He'd wake up before long, or so I hoped. But I couldn't waste any more time. I needed to head towards the garage to catch the meeting before it ended, so I decided to carry him somewhere safe, leave him, carry him somewhere safe. This was LA at night, and leaving an unconscious guy lying in the alleyway was probably only a step away from manslaughter. Funny how this boy was more in danger from his fellow man than from a monster like me. Grabbing him under his arms, I dragged his ragdoll body through the shadows, searching the nearby buildings for a safe place to leave them. It wasn't long before I found an odd dentist's office, long since abandoned. I kicked I kicked open the door and sat the man down inside the dark, dusty waiting room, tossing the rat on top of him for a blanket. Better than nothing property. Rug, I meant. At last, with a somewhat light lightning conscience, I hurried back to the streets. But I rushed towards the parking garage, surveying the last drop of blood on my tongue. I couldn't stop thinking about what just happened. So this was what it meant to be a vampire. An urban, unholy apex predator. A parasite, just like Marcus has said, living off somebody else's life. There really was no going back. July Company Parking Garage closing October 8th. How many Octobers ago, I wonder, judging from the letter and grime all around the sign, probably quite a few had passed. Well, it didn't matter. This was place. A bored looking thug stood by the entrance, obviously stationed as a guard. My first trial, by the looks of it. Putting on a confident expression, I strode up to him, clearing my throat. Place is closed. Oh, okay. Okay, I see how things are gonna be. Okay. So this how you gonna play things, huh? All right, I got him. I got him. Okay, but let me just go ahead and read this. Okay. Place is closed. Go dig around somewhere else. He says. He barked a few short words out at me before I could even open my mouth. Bro, that is so rude. Okay. First I say, I'm one of the Gaza meeting here tonight. Please let me in. Excuse me. Oh, so I do have to lie. If you don't let me into this meeting, you're gonna be in deep crap later. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna have to lie. Oh yeah, you don't really look like one of them. Hard to tell sometimes though. He peered into my face suspiciously, letting out a grunt. But Randall told me not to let anyone else inside. Too much. Oh my goodness, too much crap at stake. Even if promise you something later. What a shame. I figured you were the type of guy who liked cash. Oh, we're going for a little bribery, huh? Um. I should have saved it. Uh. Okay, but yeah, I can do this one. Okay, even if I promise you something later. Something, huh? Something like what? I would. Let's try to be a little bit more seductive, I believe. Where's for something incredibly dirty? Huh? What? You're into that? Well, dang, don't mind if I do. When you pass by on your way out, I'll pull you aside. I'm sure Renda will understand. Oh, he will. Mind letting me through, darling? Can't wait. Could you get out of my way already? I'll be a little nice. Yeah, sure. Don't be too long in there. The guard stepped aside, and I didn't waste any time hurrying into the garage. Although what I whispered was a complete lie, but I'm not going to tell him that. I was lucky they only had muscle and not brains in front of the entrance. That's true. That is so true. Look at that car though. After darting down a few levels of the garage at top speed, I finally arrived. Loud whispers and rowdy laughter made it sound like the meeting hadn't started yet. Oh, so this basically is like Ninja Turtles when the first area of the Shredder gang. I was just in time. The two groups standing across from each other were pretty clear cut, and I could easily tell which house was rich. One was full of rough types, probably gangsters and punks in life. Tattoos, leather, jackets, piercing, and wild eyes were everywhere. The other group, interestingly enough, looked like the complete opposite. Enigmatic outfits, soft murmurs, and a large amount of eerie smiles. Alright, let's cut the BS and talk conditions. A deep voice suddenly boomed through the garage, making everyone fall silent. Moments later, a tall, muscular vampire pushed his way in front of the Malvar group. The sheer force of his presence made it intently clear who he was. I only agreed to this meeting because. Alright, I only agreed to this meeting because I hate those escroy bastards more than I hate you. I'm guessing it's mutual. What I do? If you want a truce, there better be something to sweeten the deal. I don't think these guys here settle for anything less. Yeah? Hell yeah! Don't let them weasel out, Randall. Cheers of approval ring out from the rowdy group behind them. Why, of course, Mr. Randall. We wouldn't dream of offering anything but the fairest of terms for our Malvar brethren. One of the Galactica vampires stepped forward, his sing-song voice tinged with a British accent. Screw you, slimy, slimy bastard. We know what your game is. Snarls and German instantly rustling among the Malvar in response. Fair's sure. You guys just couldn't cheat a blind guy of dice if you could get away with it. So what are you gonna try to sell us? Fortune telling services, voodoo magic? We're gonna need something realer than empty promises. The Legato vampire let out a smug chuckle like he had a hidden trump card ready. I didn't like the sound of that. If I had to crash and burn this meeting, then I have to do something now before they worked out a deal. Call out to them, rush up to Randall. Uh, yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna call out to them. I say, Randall, wait. My voice echoed through the garage painfully loud. A sea of surprised, quizzled gazes flooded towards me. Seizing the moment, I hurried up to Randall's side. He gave me a skeptical look, one brow arch in an "are you crazy" sort of way. I pulled out his knife and held it in my palms, trying to keep my face from revealing anything. Wherever I said next was going to have to be them convincing or else. Okay. I hate to interrupt, but this is your knife. Knife? I didn't drop my knife. Yeah, that's his knife. What the? Cut it off mid sentence, Randall glanced down at the knife in my hand. Then his eyes slid back up to mine, meeting my gaze wordlessly for a few moments. Thank you, would have been great. You got this from a Galaka? One of those crazy guys, who else? Yeah, I'm gonna lie. Just lying. A Galacta. He took a deep breath. Those they stole it from me! Holy hell! Excuse me? Mr. Render, will you mind explaining what's going on? The leader of the Galactic group called over to us, clearly confused. Damn it, I can't believe with this crap right now. Mr. Render, awfully sorry to interrupt, but we really like to present our get the oh my goodness gracious, hold on. Get the freak out of here! All you bastards, meetings freaking canceled. Reynolds' angry command echoed through the garage, loud enough to make a few vampires wince. Ooh, he had a voice on him. And you guys, make sure these mother freakers scurry back to their rat holes. He addressed his own group with a low growl, which was met with hurried nods and eager knuckles cracking. I'll meet you outside in a little while. Go on, get going. What'd I do? I just gave you the darn knife back. Alright, you heard the man. Come on, let's go. Within seconds, the garage turned into a chaotic mess of Galactica vampires fending off rapid Marvars, who pushed and shoved them to the exit. It was easy to tell how much Randall's group was hungry for a fight, but the Galactica vampires stayed placid, like they refused to give the Marvar what they wanted. The confusion and shouting went on for a few hectic minutes, but eventually the garage emptied, leaving behind only Randall and me. Man, you have some balls. After a long moment of silence, Randall let out a long, tired sigh, finally turning his attention back to me. That was supposed to be a trick, right? You were trying to turn me against the Gauls? Not gonna lie, it was a pretty crappy attempt. Even if they bring my knife as a bargaining chip, there's no way they'd be that careless with it. Let me guess. I know I gotta do this. Queen Lich sent you, didn't she? Why did he hate her so much? You mean Cerise? Who the hell else? Freaking Cerise figures. She must have known I see through this. It's too obvious. What the hell is she aiming for? Asarai and their mind games. Damn it. Rendell growled deep in his throat, fangs bare like a wild animal. But his rage didn't seem focused at me. Much to my surprise, he was still holding the knife too, so I considered myself lucky. Finally, he let out a groan, most of his anger on his face faded into annoyance. Probably good we didn't bargain with those freaks anyway. They were up to something, just like always. But I've never seen your face before, and I've seen just about every vampire in LA. Cause I'm from Florida, bro. I'm just joking. And since you were sent on a suicide mission, it doesn't take a whole lot of detective work to see that you're new. Conan father kicked out to die. What's your name? Anyway, it's Gold. Gold, huh? Well, Gold, way to make a freaking entrance. He didn't sound quite as pissed as I figured he'd be. I should probably tear you up by for pulling that crap on us, but man, I guess you didn't get much of a choice. It's just like Queen Lich taking a newbie and throwing her out to the sharks. But there's not a lot there's not a whole lot I can do for you. Not with her on high alert. The Iskra still have the most power in LA right now. So if Sarines wanted you dead, well, you'd be dead. She found you no matter where you tried to hide out. Taking you in right now, well, you'll be too much of a risk, and I gotta look out for me and my group. His shoulders raised in a heapless shrug, one hand scratching at the back of his head. He really did sound apologetic, even though he didn't necessarily have any reason to be. Aw, bro, he's a nice guy. Well, Cyrus wants a truce with you. Eventually, will you agree to one? So, how do you feel about working with the Yasari? Well, nah, I'm not gonna do that. What? Um, uh, I think I messed up. But no, then. She says you're the leader of the Mavar and wants to be allies. For some godforsaken reason, she thinks you'd be good to work with. No, that's kind of a douche move. Eh? A choked laugh of disbelief erupted from his from his throat. If he were act like that, it's just a mention of an alliance. It probably didn't but well for Sarais. That's the dumbest thing I've heard all month. And I just read a magazine ad trying to tell me my oh my goodness gracious. Oh wow. How can I say this? Maybe I should just say this kind of in a really uncensored version of it. Okay, the dumbest thing I've heard all month, and I just read a magazine ad trying to tell me my dick wasn't big enough. Hold on, hold on. Give me a few minutes. Give me a few minutes. I'm gonna keep it in the screen just like this. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. Sure, these guys looked up to me, but I'm not their leader. They have no leader. That's kind of the effing point. Told her that 100 goddamn times too. Hard concept for dolled up faces to grasp, I guess. He muttered his last words spitefully, grinding a spray piece of gravel underneath his boot. You sound like a leader earlier. Are you sure you're not just deluding yourself? Yeah, I think Sarian might have been pals with Salton. Hmm. Excuse me. Yeah, he did sound like a leader earlier, so we're gonna go with that. Me? I'm just their voice. 50 guys shouting at once. That can get real loud. Now, one guy speaking for the group, that makes negotiations a lot easier. Even if I'd rather negotiate with my knuckles and that smug freaker's face. He snarled, grinding his fist into his palm, glaring in the direction the Galactica went off earlier. Christ, I can't believe Queen Lich thinks I'll work under her. Even Iskar's always out to use or kill you for power. That's just how it goes. They say they're all about beauty and peace and words over fighting, but it's all a freaking sham. One big bunch of snakes. I'm in this guardian victory. Someone sounds a little jealous. Or says nothing. Someone sounds a little jealous. Jealous? What the freak are you? Oh, crap. You are one, aren't you? Abruptly stiffening, Rendell stared at me for a few seconds. What's wrong, boy? You like these green eyes looking at you? His fingers curled into fists, knuckles turning white. Oh, wait, he's gonna hit me. But before long, he let out a pained sigh. If I didn't have a soft spot for newbies, I'd be real tempted to crack you open right here. But I won't. My point still stands. Iskrabs will freak you over no matter what, even if you're a part of their own, if it's a part of the same house. And those Gallico creeps, they're all wrapped up in crap. I don't know, conspiracy theories or weird prophecies or something. Except for Marcus. Anyway, Marcus is the best goal I know around here. Oh wow. Oh wow. Mark is amazing. Weird sunglasses is all. Yeah, I can't understand anything he says. It's great. Marcus, yes, we've met. Oh yeah, I'll just be nice. Already? Makes sense, I guess. He knows everything that goes on in the city somehow. Marcus, man, I used to hate his guts, since he was always playing nice with Queen Lich, not to mention that slow, preachy way he talks. But then I shut up and actually listened to what he said. I realized he's got it all figured out. The politics, the mind games, everything. Randall Paul shaking his head in bemused awe. He didn't seem like the type of guy who respected just anyone. So the fact that he thought so highly of Marcus must have really meant something. That guy could be king of Los Angeles if he wanted to. If he wanted to, hell, probably the whole world. But instead, he just hangs out in his porn store and sells giant rubber makes you think, doesn't it? Reynolds clutched his stomach, doubled over as if he just cracked the best joke of of the century. And that leaves your house, Marshall, right? My house is full of scumbags. They gotta go crazy. What's wrong with the Marvars? Okay, okay. Good work. I can tell you've been paying attention. Not a whole lot to say about us. Pretty Marvars didn't don't complete crap. We just don't stand for unfair rules, and Green Lich is full of them. Vampires shall be able to do whatever the hell they want. No murder sprees, and no revealing your nature in public. Aside from that, we like to live our own lives as we damn well please, usually on the wilder side. Got a problem with another vampire? Face them head on. No politics, that's the crap for the Escry. We're beasts after all, and Malvars don't hide from that. We embrace it. So being a vampire is an excuse to ignore law and order. Pretty much, yeah. It's not an excuse for anything, but we're not mortals, so why don't we have to live by mortal rules? Trying to make crazy powerful creatures all play nice with each other is a recipe for effing disaster. Lying, murder, theft, and a piece of cake. It's a piece of cake for us. Ah, whatever. You'll understand one day. With a weary smile, Renda reached out to clamp a large hand on my shoulder, squeezing it roughly. Ow! Alright, kid, it's been fun, but I need to go make sure the others aren't running down goals in the streets or anything crazy or anything else too crazy. I'm usually at the beach with my crew, so if you ever decide to hop onto the winning team, he trailed off and clacked his tongue playfully, winking at me. Oh man, I'm in it. I'm in it. I'm in it. I'm gonna go down with it. Thanks, Randall. Nah, no need to thank me. We were all newbies once. I'll do my best to remember that. And with that, we parted ways. I left the parking garage with a slightly a clearer picture of the world I'd been tossed into thanks to Randall. Luckily, the guard at the entrance was gone, so I avoided another awkward encounter. Maybe Randall would explain things to him later. That whole mess had worked out somehow, although I had to wonder how much was just beginner's luck, since most of it seemed too convenient to be true. Too convenient to be true. Huh. I arrived at the hotel with an overwhelming sense of relief, making my way back to the meter room from last night. As it turned down, Saucer and Hobbs were already waiting for me. My goodness! Welcome back, Gold. We already heard about the little mess you caused at the parking garage. Word travels fast. Well, dang, Randall was lying. Harv's eerie voice rang with pride, and he offered me an encouraging smile. Yes, you've done quite an impressive job. Your performance currently surpassed my expectations. Unsurprisingly, Ceres didn't match Harv's smile, but she did offer me a sharp nod. It was a piece of... Yeah, but... Before we go any further, let me clear the air. I predicted that Renda would see through the knife deception. However, you accomplished a twofold task perhaps without realizing it. You disrupted their truth discussion, at least for now. And you also made yourself known by name to Randall, who is a significantly powerful vampire. From the small lit in her tone, I could tell Cyrus was pretty pleased with the outcome of events. Did that mean my instincts were right? None of what happened back there was an accident? As I mentioned earlier, your novelty is assumed by everyone you meet. Even secretive, insular vampires will open up to you simply because they want to win you to their cause. You should use this to your advantage while you still can. Integrate yourself with those who believe you have no allegiances. Duly noted, I'm not as naive as they think I am. That seems kind of dishonest. Aren't you just trying to win me over to your cause? Oh wow. Okay. So I'll do this. Indeed, I believe you have keen instinct. It will undoubtedly serve you well in the tangling webs of our society. She sniffed pointedly, nudging her glasses back up her nose. That matter aside, I have another task for you. It entails less conflict, but it's of equal importance. Please go on. One of my contacts in South LA was unreachable tonight. I need to know why, but I can't spare any of my other associates to go find her. Things, excuse me, things are very busy, you see. I imagine she's perfectly fine as she often vanishes for a night or two to engage in favorites, but I'd like to confirm the situation. Go to the area, track her down, and report back to me. Not too complicated, isn't it? Understood. I'll be back once I find your contract. Excellent. I have the greatest faith you'll carry out that promise. My calm response seemed to please Ceres, who peered at me contently from over her glasses. Very well. One final thing, Gold. Before you go, yes, Miss Lockett. I suggest you partner yourself, or at least try to learn from an older vampire. My agent here, Harv, is reluctantly new himself, but he may have some valuable insights on Hollywood to share with you. Hmm? When Cyrus mentioned his name, Harv perked up. His eyes sparkled curiously. Did I hear you compliment me just now, Cerise? I was merely stating the facts. She coldly replied to her without missing a beat. Oh, I see. Moving along, Marcus too possessed remarkable insight and knowledge, but as a Galactica, he is also paradoxically erratic, and his loyalties are unpredictable. Take everything he says with a grain of salt. And this may come to as a surprise if you decide to seek out Randall as a mentor. I won't stop you. I acknowledge the strength of his position as well as his charisma and conviction. However, do not let yourself be swayed by his unrealistic beliefs. The current war is proof of what happens when a vampire is still leadership, chaos, paranoia, and bloodshed. Okay, So I have to take her advice pretty well. So you should. The decision may be the most important one you'll ever make. Half and I will be staying here to discuss affairs, but I expect your report in the next few days, Gold. She left in an elegant hand, pointing, gesturing towards the door. Half looked disappointed, flashing me an apologetic glimpse when Cerise wasn't looking, but it seems like he was stuck there for a moment. I took the hint and left, heading towards the elevator. A part of me wondered what affairs they were talking about, but eavesdropping probably wasn't worth the risk. My room welcomed me back with its glamorous, lifeless shine. But as relieved and happy as I was to complete my trial, I felt incredibly restless and uneasy. Lifting the curtains with one hand, I gazed out the window, absorbed the vibrant cityscapes before me. Yesterday, it had all felt like a dream. Today, reality was finally settling in. I was a vampire, chained to eternity, trapped behind glass, separated from the Hollywood life I dreamed of, so close and forever unreachable. Like the cityscape, that dream will always glitter in the distance, a reminder of what I've lost. No matter how strong I was, it still felt like my whole world had just plunged upside down, and I couldn't find anywhere to put my feet. Maybe I really did need a mentor to help me through this. Rules exquisite in powers, I could figure those out myself, even given enough time. But that wasn't what I needed most. I needed a way to ground myself, to figure out what being a vampire really meant, who I was becoming. The three men Cyrus mentioned seemed to know what they were doing, if nothing else. There was a good chance there was a good chance that one of them could help me discover my place in this new life. With that, I made up my mind. Tomorrow I'll go and see. And here is where I am going to kind of pretty much save it. We'll save it right here. And then I will go to the menu. So that was it for today, tonight actually. If you really enjoyed this, please be sure to leave a like, comment down below, share. If you really enjoyed it, if you want to keep having notification, subscribe to my channel. I would really do appreciate it. I will continue to read this. I will pick a mentor the next time. And I love you all. Stay blessed, stay golden. I'll see you all next time. Take care.
I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper.
Anxiety, filling up every space, no privacy. And silently, it could build and build until you finally see. Whoa, it's taking over, damn no closure, moving closer. No exposure, I just wanna be